Jafora Fox, let's talk business. And let's turn it up a notch. It's your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in. And let's talk with Jafora Fox. Hey, Jafora Fox. Jafora Fox.
Hello, God bless you, and thank you so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. I am your host, Jafora Fox, and I am so excited on tonight, as I am every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm so excited. But on tonight, I have a co-host who will be joining me on tonight, my grandson, Aiden Jerron Wright. So you all welcome my co-host and say hello to my co-host. Say hello, Aiden.
Hi.
Yes, and let Aiden and I know that you are here by saying hello. So this is my co-host, Aiden Wright. Aiden Wright is the co-host on tonight. So I am so excited. So God bless you, and thank you so much. Have an amazing guest on tonight. So you want to make sure that you are tuned in. So take the time now to invite all of your friends, family, everyone. They can watch Facebook Live or on YouTube, as well as Live Manna Worldwide. So say hello, and let me know that you are here. So we have someone, say hello. Hi, Bria. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Say hi to your mom.
Hey, Mom.
Thank you. So on tonight, every Thursday, as I said, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I am here. So mark your calendars for every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you would like to schedule a free consultation, please go to my website at www.jaforafox.com and schedule a free consultation. It is free. And then calling all entrepreneurs. If you would like to be a guest on the Jafora Fox Show, you can go to my website and click on Be a Guest, complete the registration form, and the information will come over to me, and I will be in touch with you. So it's free to be a guest on the Jafora Fox Show. I love to spotlight the entrepreneurs and provide you with some information of business strategies. So subscribe to my YouTube, Jafora Fox Show, and click on the subscribe button. And then also you want to click the bell so that you'll receive the notifications letting you know, that the Jafora Fox Show is on, so you can watch through YouTube as well. And then sharing. So thank you so much for sharing, right? Because sharing is caring. So if you share the Facebook Live, put shared in the comments that you have shared, and at the end of the show, you will be a part of the drawing for tonight. So what is that? What do we say? So what do we say? We're going to tell them what? Thank you for sharing, right? So there we go. Look, read. What does it say?
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, so Aiden is saying too, thank you so much for sharing. So let's see also, again, who is here with us on tonight. So say hello. Thank you, Bria. Thank you so much for sharing. Your name will be put in the drawing for tonight. Hi, Deacon Fox, Mr. Fox. This is Mr. Fox saying hello to us. So say hello to Mr. Fox.
Hey, Mr. Fox.
Yes. So thank you. And to each and every one of you all, again, thank you so much for sharing, because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, right, Aiden?
Yes.
Yes, it's fun to share. It's nice to share, huh? Yes, yes. Did you have anything you want to say?
No.
No, you want to say hello again? No. So this is absolutely awesome on tonight. Have a great guest on tonight. So hello, please say hello. And here we have a couple comments on tonight. Let's see what those comments are saying. Oh, welcome to the show, Aiden. So from Mr. Fox says, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Listen, on tonight, you all have awesome guests. So I am going to, at this time, bring in the guest for tonight, which is Attorney T. Smith. You all, Attorney T. Smith. So God bless you, Attorney T. Smith. Thank you so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox show. We are, right? So excited to have Attorney Smith on tonight. So this is going to be amazing, you all. You all are in for a treat with some amazing information for tonight. And Attorney Smith, you all, just briefly, his firm practice areas include business and corporate law, complex litigation, estate planning, nonprofit, religious organizations, and entertainment law. So Attorney Smith is going to later, he will be going over some information as well. So before we move on, we're going to look at some other guests to see who is here on tonight that is joining us. Hi, Danielle. Bless you. Thank you so much for joining. Say hello to Danielle.
Hey.
Hi, Gussie, my cousin. She's watching from YouTube. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Yes, it's my husband, Deacon Derek Fox. So welcome. Yes, absolutely. Attorney T. Smith. I met Attorney T. Smith when he was like 16 years old. So yeah. It has been a long time.
Indeed.
Amazing journey that he's going to share with you all in just a few moments. And just right before we go into him sharing and answering a few questions, I'm going to just provide some information to you. As I had said before, we talked about business plans. And so I'm going to finish up with the business plan, because in your business, you need to make sure that you do have your business plan in place. If you are an entrepreneur now, if you don't have one, you want to go back to the other part of that, because I gave 4 other tips from the beginning of last week's show. And so I'm going to give you 4 other things as well on tonight. But I see some others coming in, so I'm going to say hello to some other people that have come in. Hi, Glenda, bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox show. Hi, Misty. Thank you. I appreciate you both for being a part. Hi, Gussie. Thank you so much. Gussie says your grandson is so handsome. So tell her thank you.
Thank you.
So this is amazing. So again, you all, please put in the comments that you have shared, because at the end of the show, we'll do the Wheel of Names, and I have 3 prizes that I'll be giving away. So some gift cards on tonight, or Cash App, or however I need to get that to you for sharing, because sharing is caring. And so I'm going to start, as I said, about the business plan and how important it is for that business plan. And I'm talking about tonight a traditional format business plan, but you want to make sure that your business plan is tweaked to your type of business. This format is very detail oriented. So you don't necessarily have to, in the beginning, have a detail oriented business plan. You want to make sure you have a business plan, because the Bible talks about write the vision and make it plain. You want to write it down. Plus, you want someone else to know that you're serious about your business. You're serious about what you're doing. You have a direction of where you're trying to go and what it is that you're trying to do. And so a comprehensive business plan, as I just said, or if you want to be requesting funding. So if you're wanting others to invest in your business, you need to make sure that you have a business plan. And you don't have to stick to the outline that I have provided for you, but I tell you, it is a very good outline to have, but it doesn't necessarily have to be so detailed in the sections that I have provided. So use some of the information that I have provided that is for your business, because if you're a startup, some of the information you may not have at this time if you're by yourself in the business. So on tonight, the first thing is service or product line. So this is the outline of number 4, which actually be number 5, that you want to include in your business plan, which is your service and product line. And what do I mean when I say that is that you want to describe what you sell or what service you offer. You want to explain how it benefits your customers and what the product life cycle looks like. So you want to explain that information, share your plans for any type of intellectual property like copyright or patent filings. If you're doing research and development for your service or product, explain it in detail. Because when that investor or someone else looks at your plan, they'll be able to see exactly what it is and how you're going to run your business. And the other thing after the service or product line is marketing and sales. So in marketing and sales, you need to have a marketing strategy of how you're going to approach what it is you're trying to do with your business. The strategy should evolve and change to fit your unique needs. And know that this information is out there for you to have as well. So do your due diligence in researching the information for your business and what works for your business. So the goals of the sections, because you want to break it down in sections, is to describe how you attract and retain customers. You'll also describe how a sale will actually happen. You'll refer to this section later when you make financial projections. So make sure to thoroughly describe your complete marketing and sales strategy. This is really, really, really key in your marketing and sales, of how you plan to attract your customers, clients, and how you plan to get sales. And so know that the business plan is important. I talk to so many people all the time, and they don't have their business plan. They don't know what to do with their business plan. So that's the first part that I wanted to go over with you all. And so I'm going to go now, and we're going to, Aiden and I, right, we're going to say hello to some other guests that are watching with us before we bring Attorney Smith and ask him his questions as well. So let's see who else is here with us. Yes, Misty says the how behind the why. You always want to know your how behind the why. Most definitely, Misty. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, Glenda, for sharing and always your support. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see who else here. Misty, thank you, Misty, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all taking out the time to share. Hi, Glenda. God bless you. God bless you. And thank you all so much. So now, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and start with Attorney T.D. Smith. He is the CEO of Smith Attorneys Group at Law PC, and it is a multidisciplinary commercial law firm with affiliate locations, you all, in California, Georgia, Illinois, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, and Texas. The firm focus is the client experience by providing pristine legal representation geared toward prompt resolution. And he says they love having a deeper understanding of their clients, which I think that's so important, to have that client relationship. So, and also they offer better legal service and quality client care because their personal experiences allow for a greater relatability with their client's experience. And so there's firm specialty, and he's going to talk about this more with his practice, which I said before. It includes business and corporate law, complex litigation, estate planning, nonprofit, religious organizations, and entertainment law. So bless you, Attorney T. So God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part.
Thank you for having me. It is an absolute pleasure. Hearing you say all of that is making me go back to when we first met. As you mentioned, I was 16 years old before the attorney came into play, and it's just, it's really humbling and an honor now to hear that you've been with me along this journey from a boy to a man to now an attorney. So it is absolutely my pleasure to be on the show, and I'm looking forward to diving in.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a question here, and Aiden is going to ask the first question here. Look, Aiden, there it is. So you have to speak to.
Tell us about yourself.
I am happy to tell you about myself, Dr. Wright Jr. So I am attorney T. Smith. I'm from Muskegon Heights, Michigan, which is a small town in Western Michigan. I went to Alabama State University, where I majored in music business entertainment law. From there, I went to Western Michigan University, where I obtained my doctorate of jurisprudence and started to practice law in the states of New York and New Jersey. I started my firm I started practicing in the areas of complex and commercial litigation with the firm, a Manhattan-based law firm there. And upon leaving and starting Smith Attorneys Group at Law PC, I relocated here to Chicago and started the practice. And as Jafora mentioned, we practice in a multi-disciplinary areas of civil law, business, litigation, estate planning, nonprofit, ministry and clergy, and also entertainment. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Awesome. I tell you, I love that. It brought back when you said memory again. I just, thinking about you're 16 and just the journey, and me being on my own journey in life as well. I am so absolutely proud of you. I'm so proud of all of your accomplishments and all of the amazing things that you're doing. And I tell you, God has some amazing things in store for you. Your passion for, others and to help in making the client base be so key, I think is amazing, because, in doing service, we have to make sure that we are, that the client or the customer is important to us in what we're doing. And so tell us about, your business, Smith Attorneys Law Group PC, and, what the services do you provide?
Yeah, so to piggyback off of what you were saying, it is super important to have that relatable relationship with your clients, or with whoever your customer is and whatever business you're providing. And for us, we all of the attorneys affiliated with our firm have been entrepreneurs, either in their prior careers before becoming an attorney, or currently are business owners as well as entrepreneurs. So we're able to identify and relate more so with our clients, because we have been them, either been them before we were lawyers or being them currently as entrepreneurs. And that's super important. And that goes to the services that we're able to provide with being closer and relatable to the particular services. When it comes to the business aspect of the business area of law, we deal with formations and operations. Formations in the sense of, we do a soft evaluation of what the goal is of the entrepreneur, and then we make our recommendation as to the structure of the business. Should this be an LLC? Should this be an S Corp, C Corp, any other type of entity structure? Also from there, we go over to the operations, and that's pretty much based off of, once you have a business that is up and going and you have services that you're providing, you now run into a plethora of issues, whether that's employee matters, vendor contract breaches. Depending on what type of business you're in, you may have licensing and regulatory matters with the government. We're able to give our clients that full service and support from an operational side as the attorney of record there. And then and then other services would include the litigation aspect, which is complex and commercial. Complex in the sense to employee discrimination lawsuits, if there were banking matters or real estate issues. Again, vendor contract breaches, those are commercial and complex litigation issues. Estate planning, from your base estate, wills, power of attorneys, to as complex as trusts, asset protection trust, which maybe we'll get a little bit into that later. Nonprofits, formations, as well as the ministry and clergy, which deals specifically with an area of our practice that I created just for pastors and church and religious organizations who face issues, sometimes unknowingly, with tax matters, Department of Labor issues. We like to make sure the churches are staying compliant with their nonprofit 501c3 status. And entertainment, artists, athletes, film, TV, all of that we like to cover as well in our practice. So we're a full service civil firm.
That is awesome. I tell you, you have named some of amazing things that are definitely needed in the services, from the religion to religious, the churches, to the entertainers, the artists, as well as the estate planning and all of those great things that you have that your firm does offer. So you all definitely, is a free consultation that they do provide. So if you have questions, you can also ask a question here on tonight for Attorney T. Smith. So you can put your question in the comment, or you can come live on the Jafora Fox Show and ask him your question. So the information there is on the screen. So if you have a question for Attorney Smith, you can put it in the comment section, or you can, the information to come on live is that information there with the StreamYard.com. You want to put all of that information in, and you'll be able to come live on the show and ask that question. So I think that's amazing. You have an opportunity tonight to do that. And again, if you're coming to the show now and you have not, please share, because sharing is caring, sharing is caring. And thank you so much for sharing the Jafora Fox Show, because it is showing live on Facebook as well as YouTube, and also live Manna worldwide. So put shared in the comments, because at the end of the show, your name will go in a drawing and you'll be able to win a possible prize from, if you're drawn. But you got to put your name in, share it so that we can see, and we'll have that information so that you can be able to win. And so on tonight, it'll be a gift card or Cash App or something for you on tonight for the winner of the winners, because it'll be 3 from sharing the Jafora Fox Show. And so I just think that is absolutely awesome and amazing things that you are doing. Hi, Sister Green. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. If you would please share and tag, let others know that you're here on tonight. So have someone else that has shared. Hi, Beanie. Thank you so much for sharing and being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. I do appreciate each and every one of you all. So put shared in the comments so that you are able to be put in that drawing. And so as Attorney Smith has stated, all of those amazing things that his firm does offer. And so Aiden is going to ask you the other question.
Sure.
What is your why on becoming an attorney?
Sure. So that's actually a great question. My family has a pretty long history of attorneys, but the attorney that's most influential in my life would be my cousin, the Honorable Judge Greg Pittman, out of my hometown of Muskegon, Michigan. When I would see my cousin, Judge Pittman, as a child, when I was about Aiden's age, whenever he would see me, he would give me $1 and he would say, "This is going to go towards your law school tuition." So he essentially planted that seed, and that was so important. And I never forgot those encounters that I had with Judge Pittman. And from there, that's when I knew the decision would be made. At some point, I wanted to make good on my promise for accepting that investment seed. And that's why I became an attorney. Additionally, while I was going through the process, you see the various types of issues that our justice system have. Also, from a business perspective, you see issues that entrepreneurs face. And I wanted to make a difference and be able to correct those problems, because I knew so many people that had pitfalls that I knew that I would be able to help correct or help others avoid. All of that together is I would say is the why.
Okay,
That is great.
I think so too, Aiden. That is great, isn't it? Yeah, that is really, really good. I mean, and to talk about the seeds that were planted, when you were young, is so powerful. And we definitely should take note of that when, for children and people that we're coming in contact with, that we do plant good seeds, because truly, truly good seeds, for our children and others, can really, really, really help someone on their path and their journey being and doing some amazing things. So I think that is absolutely awesome that, the judge and you had that opportunity to be able to see and be around that, to have so many amazing role models, which is another key component as well, being surrounded around great role models to help you be able to kind of shape your why, or why you're doing, what you're doing, and the passion that you have created for doing that. So you all, we're going to come back to Attorney Smith. Again, if you have any questions for him, you can put them in the comments, or if you want to come live, you can and be able to do that as well. So I'm going to do the other part of the business plan that I talked about, and I did the first and the second one. So one of the things I want to talk about is funding requests. If you have a business and you're needing to request funds, you want this part in this section to be an outline in your business plan. So if you're asking for funding, this is where you'll outline your funding requirements. Your goal is to clearly explain how much funding you'll need over the next 5 years and what you'll use it for. So you don't want to be requesting funds and not really have detailed information about how you're going to use those funds, and then specify whether you want debt or equity, the terms you'd like applied, and the length of time your request will cover. So again, I talked about in the beginning, write the vision and make it plain. Write that vision, then write that out. And so when you're requesting information, you want it to be detailed. You want to give a detailed description of how you use your funds. Specify if you need funds to buy equipment, if you need materials, you need it for paying salaries, or to cover specific bills until revenue increases. So you want to be honest as well what you're going to be doing with these funds that you are requesting, and always include a description of your future strategic financial plans, like paying off debt or selling your business. So you want to be clear. You have to make a clear vision. And if you're not yet at that place, don't be scared off by all of this information. You just want to make sure that is unique to your business. You want to make sure it's unique to your business, because you may not be at that stage, but this is just some information that you can put in your business plan. And so finally, number 4 is your financial projections. You want to supplement your funding requests with financial projections. Your goal is to convince the reader, that's someone who you want to invest, someone you want to let them know about your business, someone that you're trying to get done what you're wanting to get done. You want to make sure that you let them know what you're planning to do, and that your business is stable and will be a financial success. So if your business is already established, you want to include information like your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow statements for the last 3 to 5 years. So however long you have been in business, you want to include that information. If you have other collateral you could put against the loan, make sure you list it now. So you want to make sure that you are listing your information. So for the first year, be even more specific and use quarterly or even monthly projections, because you want to let the person know what it is that you're wanting to do with the funds that they're going to be investing in you. One of the things I share with my clients is make sure that you invest in your own business first before you're going asking for other funding, regardless if it's a bank, if it's someone that you know, all of that. Make sure you are investing in your business so that they can see that you have invested in your own business. Because most of the time, if someone has invested in their own business, truly they're going to, and they've been a good steward over what their investment's been, they're going to be a good steward over your investment, or the investor that is going to invest in your business. So if you want to use any type of graph, charts, and all of those things, just so that you can create a financial story of your business. And so if you have any information that you want to, you need, you can go to the SBA.gov. There's business plan guide that they have out there. As I said before, do your due diligence. And I have put that information on the screen. They have example business plans out there. So if you haven't started, make sure on tomorrow, if you're a business owner, want to be a business owner, start with writing out your business plan. So that's the information I have tonight, Aiden, for about business plans. Did you want to add anything, share about the business plan? Nope, Aiden doesn't want to add. Aiden doesn't have anything to add about the business plan. So I'm going to, there's a question. So it says, or maybe not a question, it says, your uncle not only invested financially, but he spoke prophetically, right, into your life. Now we can benefit from the manifestation. That is absolutely key. So Here a question. I would like to open a beauty supply. Do I need a license, and how do I start? So
Sure, I'll love to answer that. So that I'm going to answer with the most lawyerly response that you'll get from any attorney. And it will be, that depends. And it depends on where you're located, what state you're in. What does the local rules say as to being licensed to be a retailer or a wholesaler or whatever type of distributor or products you're going to sell? So to that part of the question, I say it depends. We can definitely do some research to find out if a licensing or licensure is required for your particular jurisdiction. How to start it, how to open it, and where do you start? As Jafora said, one of the most important things you can do is to start with the business plan. I can't stress that enough. A lot of times clients come to our office with a great idea, and they want to format the business, and they want to get investor agreements, and they want to be able to raise capital. And the first thing we say is, okay, well, what's the business? And they start to tell me about it. And then sometimes they fumble. And the issue with that is, as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, you have it in your mind what your business will be and what your goals are. But you got to put it on paper for individuals like me or your accountant or your business consultant for us to be able to come in and do a proper evaluation and give you the services that you need. So first, start with the business plan. After that, we would need to determine what's going to be the best business structure for your particular industry. So all of that would be something that your attorney would talk to you about in the intake process, so we can get a better understanding of what your goals are, what your financial projections are, which we should be able to see from the business plan. And then we can go and start to give advice on, should this be an LLC, should this be an S Corp, or any other type of entity or structure.
That's absolutely awesome. Great answer. It depends, Super
good.
Yeah. Say, okay, Aiden. What did Aiden say? Say it again, Aiden.
Super good.
Super
Thank
good.
you.
That was super good. So I'm going to use that too. That was super good, Attorney Smith. That, you want to make sure you're writing it down, making sure that in a question like that, you know what, it definitely do depend. I'm going to have to make sure I use it just like that. People want to ask you questions and things. It's like, it's so many things that go along with certain answers in certain situations. So definitely, that was good information. As I said before, Attorney Smith, he does do a free consultation. So take advantage of those things. Sometimes a lot of organizations or firms or entrepreneurs, they don't provide free consultations. So you want to take advantage of being able to, and there's his information there, his email office, as well as their website. If you're wanting to schedule and take advantage of having a free consultation from an attorney, I highly recommend, if you're watching the Jafora Fox Show now or on the replay or YouTube, I highly recommend Attorney T. Smith. Highly recommend him. So make sure you reach out to him for your free consultation. So have another question. Talk about your journey from where you are now to your journey of you're almost failing out of college, failing the law school admissions test twice, being rejected by 15 law schools, etc. So tell us about that journey.
Sure. So I really want to be very transparent here, because I don't think enough professionals or enough individuals give that transparency and tell folks about their failures. And I look at it as a badge of honor, because it shows that I was able to face adversity and yet still overcome and become the entrepreneur, business owner, and I believe success story that I am today. So that is very true. When I was at Alabama State University, my very first semester, I failed. And I became on academic probation. But even before then, I didn't discover until later in life that I had a learning disability. I was considered, a little slower than most. I struggled with reading, and my parents really put a lot of time and attention into helping me build those skills. And so as I did, I was able to go to college, and as I mentioned, failing the first semester and getting on academic probation the second semester, I decided we really have to just, if you really want to be a lawyer, you're going to have to buckle down and you're going to have to make some grades, because no law school is going to want to accept someone that is mediocre. And that's what I did. I studied really hard. I put the time in, and I got the grades that I needed. And then I was faced with another challenge. And that is the law school admissions test. It's known as the LSAT. And that's the test that every law student must take and pass to a certain degree, certain level of, to a certain point in order to be admitted. And for me, myself, 100% transparency. The best score you can get on that test is a 180. A failing score on that test is, the lowest you can receive is a 120. The first time I took the test, I scored a 132. The second time I took the test, I scored a 142. Neither one of those scores were good enough to get into any of the law schools that I had my eyes on. But, they say God has a ram in the bush. An aunt of mine, who is a current president of a university in New York, had a relationship with the dean at the law school that I did attend, business relationship. And they said, we can work with you if you take this course that would show and demonstrate that you're able to cut it. And I did it, and I nailed it, and I got in. And so I was able to go through my 3.5 years of law school, and then was faced with another challenge, which was the bar exam. And before you can become an attorney, before they add the Esquire on the back of your name, you have to be barred, which is licensed in the jurisdiction to practice. It is by far the most difficult test I've ever taken, and most other attorneys have ever taken in their life. And the first time I failed that test, and I was really down and thinking, this must not be it. I've invested all these years, 8 years of education I put into this, hundreds of thousands of dollars I put into this, and I didn't think I would pass the test. But I dusted myself off. I got back up on the horse again and studied really hard, even longer. And I was able to pass that exam. And from there, I was able to land my first gig with a very reputable litigation firm in New York, in the largest market that any business person or any attorney can practice in. So I say all of that to encourage you guys, just because you face some adversities and you may fall along the way, never forget what the end goal is. Get back up, keep trying, keep pushing. And I promise you, if you put the work in, you will get the result that God has for you.
Amazing again. Super, as Aiden said, super good. Wasn't that super good, Aiden? And you talked about, when you said you struggled with reading, Aiden, he's mentioned about he's had some struggles at some point with reading. So I think that was just a huge encouragement for him, to let him know in hearing that that's okay. You just want, as you said, get yourself back up, dust yourself off. You can do it. And he is an exceptional student, very creative, does very, very well, love math, love all of that stuff. So we are just so excited and proud of him. And as I said, proud of you too, Attorney Smith. I tell you, when I think about, meeting you at 16 years old, and to see you now, I'm telling you, as Glenda just said, truly, truly awesome, you all. It was absolutely powerful to hear, get back up. We all face challenges. Life happens to us all. And definitely that was another version I know you had with your, I had death in the family. You just had so many things that have happened. And, you have to just keep pressing, you all. And so this is a prime example of a man, an African-American male, with all of the other things that have to be faced and to go on and to say, get back up. So truly, truly, again, a powerful, powerful testimony and a powerful, powerful, amazing example. So I'm just so proud of you. I just, you're like one of my sons.
Really appreciate it. Definitely.
Yes, and so here, Aiden has a question for you.
Sure.
What? Yeah.
What is a truth? When should you?
What is a trust?
Oh, what is a trust? When should you establish a trust?
That is a great question. So what is a trust, and when should you establish a trust? So before I jump into when should you establish a trust? I'll briefly explain what a trust is. So a trust is a legal entity and makeup. Think of a trust like a box. And this box, you have things that are outside of the trust. You have outside of this box, you have things that you can put inside this box. So a trust is something that we create. We create this box where you can put property, you can put real estate, you can put personal property, bank accounts, insurance, whatever you can think of, you can put inside this box. And it gives a protection from a certain trust, gives a protection from taxes, and it also gives a protection from creditors. And it's an estate planning tool that allows you to name beneficiaries of the trust who, upon your passing, depending on the type of trust that you construct, you're able to pass property to the beneficiaries without going through the probate process. And what's the probate process? Why is that important? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. So if you don't do a trust, you would do typically what's called a will. And a will is another instrument that we use in estate planning, which most people are familiar with. It says, this is my last will and testament. And essentially that says, when I die, everything that I have, I want it to go to these individuals. And you will list out the people that you want to receive your property through the will, and also who you don't want to receive your property through the will. But that particular document can go through a process called probate. You can get to probate one of two ways. If the jurisdiction that you live in, so the state, if the state law mandates that the will must be probated upon execution, you have to go to probate. Or if the will is deemed invalid, something about the construction of the will was wrong. Or if you didn't have a will at all, which is what we call intestate. If you die without a will, it's called dying intestate. And so we then have to petition the court and try to establish what your wishes and desires would have been had you created a will. And a lot of time that runs amok. And it's super expensive. And I tell clients all the time, I don't hide the ball here. The only person that wins if your family has to go to probate is the lawyer, because we are going to make thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars on something that you could have fixed during your lifetime. For our firm, under $400. We draft wills under $400. But people don't do it. And so we have those types of issues. And to get to Aiden's question, when should you do it? Immediately. If you do not have an estate plan in place, a base estate plan at least, a will, power of attorney, those things, you need it now. What if you don't have a lot of assets? It doesn't matter. You have something that is valuable, and you need to tell the world, tell the courts, when you pass, who needs to get this, who needs to have now the ownership interest in that particular property.
Yep, super good again, right, Aiden? Yeah, that was
amazing.
Aiden said amazing. So Michelle said as well, amazing. That is amazing. Awesome. So we do have a question here that
Sure.
someone is asking: would it be better to have a will or a trust, or both?
And here we get to go with our favorite lawyerly response. It depends. But I will say this, a trust is more secure. It is a more complex legal structure. And because of those complexities, and because it can be drafted in a way to have tax advantages, you're able to exclude individuals. Unlike in a will, you can't exclude certain persons. For example, if you're married and you created your will before your marriage, you cannot, and you die and you didn't put your wife or your husband or your spouse, whoever, in there, that person still has a legal right to come and attack the estate. And attack doesn't have to be seen as a negative. I would assume you would want to leave your spouse something. But a trust is definitely more secure. Another big difference, which a lot of my entrepreneurial clients like, is in a will, that is something that is typically published. You either have to file it with the Register of Deeds with the county, or again, if we go through the probate process, it's going to become a matter of public record with the courts. A trust, on the other hand, is completely private. And in fact, it can be secretive. No one ever has to know that you have the trust. Even the beneficiaries don't have to know that you have the trust. So you can create this tool, you can keep your privacy, you can have secrecy, and you can also avoid the court probate process. So I oftentimes, especially entrepreneurs, I encourage them to explore the trust avenues instead of a will. A lot of times, though, with our firm, we do both. If you get a trust, you automatically get a will. You automatically get our base estate planning process and package. But for entrepreneurs, you can put business assets into the trust. And I'll throw this out here, and then I'll go back to you, Jafora, is, the trust can have assets up to $11.5 or $11.8 million, and you're able to avoid the estate tax on the way into the trust. So remember our box. If property is on the outside and you put it inside the box in the trust, anything inside of this box can hold $11.5 or $11.8 million worth in assets before it's taxable. That is a major business move. That is a major asset protection tool.
Okay, Aiden, what is that? Amazing, awesome. Again,
awesome. Both. It's both. It's awesome and amazing.
Yes, I know. I agree. Also, Prophet Sharice said Aiden is super cute. I agree. Aiden is super, super cute. And so, if you're just joining us, I tell you, if you want to go back and watch the replay so you can get this other information that Attorney T. Smith has provided as well. Don't forget he had a free consultation. So reach out to, and Mr. Fox, I don't know, probably taking a step ahead, but this is our attorney, T. Smith. This
Absolutely.
is our attorney T. Smith, so I definitely as well recommend you all to reach out to Attorney T. Smith. He is a wonderful young man. As I said before, met him when he was 16 years old. And now to just see him now, I'm just so, so proud of all of the things that he has done, his journey, how he's persevered, his determination, and everything. So if you're joining as well, you want to make sure that you're sharing, share this Facebook Live with others. If it's not something you need, there is somebody else that's on your timeline, that's a family or friend that may need this information. And when you do share, put shared in the comments, because at the end of the show, I would like to provide you with a gift. We'll do the drawing with the Wheel of Names. So you have time now to share, put shared in the comments before we actually do the Wheel of Names. So sharing is caring. And in advance, thank you so much for sharing. And Aiden has another question that he wants to ask you. Number 6.
Talk about the importance of having an estate plan.
Sure. So an estate plan is a composition of several documents. A base estate plan is a composition of several documents. And that is your will, your financial power of attorney, your medical power of attorney, a list of all of the assets that you have. And then one of the most important is your final arrangement instructions. And I'll start with the latter. Oftentimes, our family members don't have estate plans in place. And the family tends to argue about anything from, well, what color would grandma want it to be, of her dress, would she want to be buried in? Did she want to have a casket? Did she want to be cremated? All of those questions tend to cause issues during the time of a family's grief. So one thing that I highly recommend doing with your base estate plan is your final arrangements. Go ahead and make those decisions for your family members prior to your demise. It'll save a lot of headache and heartache on the family during a time that is already high stress and super emotional. The asset list is just that. It gives you our outline, forces you to sit back and evaluate, well, what do I actually own? And a lot of times we realize we own a lot of things, and a lot of things can be passed on through your estate. Some things that people typically don't think about is if you look at my back wall right here, you'll see art. Who's going to get the art? Or did you even think that you could pass your art through your will? And the asset list helps to jog your memory on things like that. Family photos are a big one. mink coats, your church hat, anything, things like that. That asset list will help you go through and make you think, okay, this is something, yeah, we do have this. Let's put this down on the list. And it also helps the attorneys to easily draft the estate plan. A healthcare power of attorney and a financial power of attorney are pretty much the same thing, but they focus on the particular areas as it states in the name, healthcare and finance. Healthcare in the sense of if you become in a place of that you're incapacitated or your competency from a health perspective has been compromised, someone needs to step in your shoes and be able to make decisions for you. Or you can leave instructions for that individual as decisions that you would want to have been taken. That power of attorney for healthcare gives that individual that a legal authority to then step in the shoes and then say, yes, this is what this person would have wanted for healthcare, or no, it is not. And that's the same for the financial power of attorney. You know, if you get into a place where you're incapacitated, you can't pay your bills or you can't get to the bank, someone needs to go to the bank for you and be able to draw money out of your account, pay your bills or pay medical costs, car insurance, whatever. This is a document that gives you the legal authority to go to a bank or a financial institution and stand in the shoes of you, essentially, and take care of any business that you may need. And then we've already explained the will. The will is a basic is a base contractual, well, not a contract, it's a base document that tells us, the public and the courts, who should be the receiver of your property upon your passing.
All right, Aiden, what was that again? Both again, both awesome and amazing again. And I'm gonna tell you, as you talked about the final arrangement instructions, you know, as we know that can be firsthand experience. I know how difficult that can be, which it can be alleviated had you had the instructions, the will, and all of those things that you basically talked about. Some of those things can all of those things will be alleviated with putting together the final arrangement instructions. And I understand how difficult that is. Nobody wants to have that conversation. That's one of the toughest conversations to have, but it's the most necessary and essential conversation that you need to have. One of my saying is, I like to have a good understanding, so don't have any misunderstandings. And I think when you do it this way, you don't have any misunderstandings, that it's really clear about what it is that you're wanting to have done on your behalf. So you all, again, free consultation. I really think we need to, as a culture, as a person, you all think about this information and get these things done. You know, get these things done.
If I could jump in right there, Jafora, and you triggered a thought, and I want to share this information. 68% of Americans do not have a proper estate plan. And that's frightening. And that's frightening because if it's 68% of Americans, in minority communities, you can look at is probably 78 or 88%. Without having a base estate plan, anyone can make a claim to your property. Oftentimes people don't know when you pass on, government is informed of that. And if you have something that they want, i.e. land, a lot of times, the government will take a stake, will go through the probate process so they can get your land. And this is something that you can avoid simply by putting a base estate plan in place. So I can't urge people enough to go ahead and look through that, look at this particular package and really explore that and get that in place.
In here, information should be completed properly. Correct dates on legal documents is important. I'm going to tell you, all of this is extremely important. Great information that has been said. I totally agree with all of that, you know, and so I do, you know, don't leave your loved ones in a place to have to make these type of decisions, to alleviate the confusion and all of the things that take place in not having all of this stuff in place. So again, Attorney Smith is a free consultation. There is so many states that he has mentioned that he do service, and I'm gonna need you to add Florida, because I'm from Florida. My family's in Florida, so I'm gonna need you to.
So we do.
Oh,
We
you
do. Yeah,
okay.
we have affiliate attorneys in Florida. We just don't have them listed, but we do have affiliate attorneys in Florida. So yeah.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So all of my Florida, we have Georgia, California, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Texas. You all reach out to Attorney Smith so that he can help you all get your things in order. So this has been, again, absolutely amazing. If you have not yet shared, please take the time to share. And thank you all so much for sharing the information, because others need to hear about the information. And just finally, just one final question, because there's so much information. Provide some common mistakes that artists make in entertainment law.
Sure. So one of the most common mistakes is contracts. Not having an experienced entertainment attorney review those agreements. We've heard plenty of stories with artists that have we've learned that they didn't own the masters, or they don't own the rights, the copyrights to their particular works, and that's because someone failed to properly review the contract. So one of the most important things you could do as an artist, entertainer, athlete, anybody in that film of entertainment and sports is to have an entertainment attorney review all of your contracts, know what you're signing before you sign.
Absolutely awesome. I figured that would be one of the most common mistakes is contract. You want to have something, Aiden? You want to say? It was amazing. Oh, Aiden want to let you know again. Tell put your hands up. Tell attorney.
It was amazing.
Thank you so much, Aiden.
You're welcome.
Definitely amazing information. So if you are an artist, make sure they handle entertainment law. So you want to have, again, as we talked about with the plan, write the vision, make it plain. The Bible talks about that. In that contract, writing that vision, making it plain, having someone who's experienced to be able to look over that information. And I'm sure it will save you as an artist a lot of heartache as you begin to, be a part in doing in the entertainment business. So if you have not shared, make sure that you have shared. And again, thank you so much, Attorney T. Smith, for being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the litigation. I know you got this big case, went viral, and I'm like, look at you. On the Jafora Fox Show, I was teasing. I was telling my husband, I was like, okay, I hope Attorney Smith, he's going viral now, you all. So he's on the Jafora Fox Show.
Absolutely.
So I'm so excited, honored, and I thank you so much for being a part and being here. So Aiden, you wanted to say thank you as well?
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, awesome. And so we're going to do now the Wheel of Names to do the drawing so we can get that Wheel of Names up. So excited. Always excited about giving away some things. So have the gift cards to give away, or Cash App, however it needs to be done. Awesome. Congratulations, Misty. Congratulations. I will reach out to you, Misty, so that I can get that over to you. And thank you so much for sharing, Misty. Thank you. Let's see who the next winner is. Oh,
my mom.
Yes.
My mom's the next winner.
Yes. Oh, congratulations, Bria. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll reach out to you, Bria, so I can get that to you. Let's see who the next winner. Awesome. The next winner is Glenda. So congratulations to all of the winners, Glenda, Bria, and what was the first one? I forgot already. Misty. Good job. Aiden's memory. Yes, he remembered Misty Lane. Yes, thank you. So thank you all so much, and thank you all so much for being a part of the Jafora Fox Show. And I just want to say again, thank you so much to my co-host, Aiden Jerron Wright. So y'all give those hearts up for Aiden Jerron Wright. Thank you. I appreciate Aiden for being a co-host on the Jafora Fox show. You did amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Yes, Nana baby. So excited to have him here. We are this week to spend some time with Aiden. Did you want to say anything to the
great speaking about the world and your life?
Yeah, so that's awesome. So you telling Attorney Smith, great speaking about the world and their life. Yeah, that's good information, isn't it, Aiden? We need to know about those things. So again, Attorney Smith, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you and all of your accomplishments, and so excited to see the rest of your journey. And I know that it's absolutely going to be amazing. Again, you all, I met Attorney T. Smith when he was 16 years old. And so now he is doing some big things, you all. So God bless you to each and every one of you all for being a part and joining in the Jafora Fox show. Thank you all so much for sharing to my YouTube viewers as well as Live Manna Worldwide Network for the actual Jafora Fox show going all live. The Manna Worldwide. I mean, it's just reaching, and God said he will definitely enlarge your territory. So finally, on Wednesdays, I do God's word study because I have to make sure that I stay with and what I love as well, and that's teaching God's word. So join me every Wednesday on Facebook as well as YouTube, Live Manna Worldwide again. So you can catch the next lesson is going to be, it's called Risk Taker. And join me every Wednesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. So God bless you all. And thank you so much, and have a great night. God bless you.
Jafora Fox, let's talk business. And let's turn it up a notch. It's your time to shine with Jafora Fox. It's all coming together. Just keep your eyes on God and tune in. And let's talk with Jafora Fox.